Please walk into my mind and make yourself at home. I'll tell you the truth about what went down in Rome. Oh, I was a good man, yeah, but they forced me to eat poison. They said that they were better than me, and they treated me like a slave. They used to tell me, Boyle, this is just for your own good. If we could leave you alone, then you know we would. But you're bad, son, and you must be punished. For my 13th birthday, they took me out and showed me my grave. Well, I never said too much that they could quote me on. I made sure I never went back home till they'd all gone. Took a pen out, wrote "Freedom lies within" on their wall. Then I burnt their car and returned where no one knew my name. Let's hear one last prayer. It just might get me to make it. Give me all your love, but make sure you fake it. You won't see me, not with your point of view. You've got to lie down in the gutter, on the street of no shame. I had a place to be, but I didn't have any way to get there. A date I couldn't keep with a girl that I met there. I was invisible in the eyes of the city. They used to ask people for a number, I could call my own. Preacher dressed in red, he used to say to me, come spend the night. You remind me of my son, so I'll treat you right. He made me swallow things that choked me. I remember his face from now till they drive the last spike home. You never say too much, well, I hear that a lot. But they take your words and tie you up in knots. I never asked you for more, don't ask me for less now. Just sing me Moon River as they lower me into the ground. Well, I've seen the clouds fall while you go about your business. One day you're in my bed, and the next day you're in his. I hear the Lord's Prayer a lot down there, for all the good it's gonna do when the stormtroopers come around. You took a piece of me and you threw it in the cold, freezing, naked river and promised me things that you never could deliver. I had a bad day and you use it to abuse me. Use a lot of bad words that you'd never say in church. One time you told me things will get worse before they change. I tried to hold you back, but you were out of range. Told the things the dawn should come up with. They put the blindfold on and said, now we're gonna watch you search. For what? Well, they're selling wedding rings to the widows outside. See them? Shouting out about Jesus and why he died. I was listening, but they made me switch my ears off. There's a lot of things that a boy like you should never hear. Give me one good day, and I swear I'll die smiling. Well, let me go back to when the night was beguiling. It's not too late to tell me my name. You got rid of the joy, now won't you do the same with the fear? A lot of people, they just worship till their minds are empty. They say, Lord, protect us from the life that you sent me. At the funeral, they passed a moral hat around, and you never once hear the word betrayal get mentioned. I don't need you now, it's no good coming back to me. You know we've already seen too much tragedy. Oh man, I'm such a long way from home. And I know where I'm headed, but what about all my good intentions? Don't they get a mention? Well, I talk a lot about death, but I don't seem able to die. Each time I wake up, the first word I say is why. Let me hit the wall, let me tell you about suffering. Want to listen? I was a blind man in a field of beauty though for so long. Can you give it up? I hear that all the time it seems, and it's the only way I know to sleep without dreams. So you can blame me for that? You see them closing down the hospitals? Where you gonna go when Gabriel comes up to you and tries to sing your song? I had vengeance on my mind, but like all true people, I denied it. If I ever fall in love, I had to hide it. Silence mainly. And then the rains came and we had to head for cover. Well, I bore it in mind that it's only dead bodies that float. What have we lived through? Was it blitzkrieg or salvation? Turn our bank books off when we're told of starvation. They say charity, it begins at home, man. They sound the charge, but they don't stick around for the last note. Anyone remember Jericho? Well, you and me were always writing to ourselves, and the only words we say are stacked upon our shelves. And we talk in turmoil, but we've left it far behind now. Nah, you don't see the hurricane, not when you're standing in the eye of the storm. Well, you can give birth, but that don't make you a mother. The son you abuse, he'll just swap you for another, or maybe he'll kill you, even if it's only in your mind's eye. Then say to your doctor, switch her off, and then tell her, I said goodbye. Goodbye, sweet mummy, if you suffered first. Well, city people, they never learn how to cross the mountains, but they always know the right style to go out in. It's a rocky road, and it leads you straight to hatred. You kill your brother, then swear that you miss him every day. You got lots of thoughts, sometimes evil, sometimes disgusting. But you say you can't find anyone you can call a friend that you can put some trust in. Well, so you write your pain out till you're sane again, at least as far as you can define the word, and you know that nothing's changed, but what the heck, you'll take it anyway. Oh, well, I hear footsteps, so who were you expecting? Can I join the line? Will I be the next in? In your coma heart, is there any kind of room for a revival? You want to lay down and sleep? Well, want to think of everything you'll miss? Go on, think. Can't come up with nothing, huh? Well, they sing Save His Soul, and then they kill him when he's with them. If I live forever, I might just about get to forgive them. I've got stigmata from your concern. You say, stick around just a little bit longer, but I don't even remember my last kiss. Or maybe I do. Who knows which one it was? Well, you hear a lot of quotes, pick the one that suits you. Want a lover? Ooh, pick the one who recruits you. Can't go wrong there. Well, it's a long life. You just can't measure it in time. That's where people go wrong. It's what you do that counts. So tell me, what's my score on my card? Oh, as low as that. Do I confuse you? Well, I only try and tell the truth. But every tombstone I see makes me wonder, oh, what's the use? And how do you know the nightingale doesn't sing of hatred? Child in a basket by the cellar door. Please look after him for me. We loved him so much, we just had to leave him there. Well, everybody will tell you they got a lucky number. Then they sleep with one eye open when they slumber. What are they frightened of? Lightning or thunder? Well, they want silk and gold. To damnation with salvation, they say. I remember the man in the coat said to me, what's your tale? I wonder where he's to now. Did we ride all night? Because this is where we started. Shall we said, one last tear for the dear departed. Oh, this place eats my soul like a cancer, man. Every time I close my eyes, I see the dead and I hear the babies wail. How'd you like to be me for a day, huh? Well, you keep hanging on, hoping that things are gonna change. When you cry for peace, they say, that boy, he acts real strange. Oh, don't get too close to him. Oh, don't go out on a limb for him. Good Samaritan, where are you? Where are you when I need you? Watch over us now, because, we're bleeding. So, we want you more than ever. You see me kneeling, but you've never come and joined me. I need direction, but no one seems to point me. So, I'll lay it on the tracks if I have to. I hear it coming over the mountain. My neighbor's eyes ask me how many times I've been loved, and I'll say never. Prove to me I'm lying. No, I want you to. Well, you made time stand still, but I stayed one step ahead. I spent too much time stood in the shadow of the dead. I never met you. They tell me there's a chance in paradise, but the children come first. Who am I to deny them? I mean, after all, I've lived a long time already. Older than one day old. Tell me your real name, just once, then I'll be satisfied. Let me hear you admit that love has been denied. we all stand naked on that last day. If I asked you with cash, would you be too proud to reply then? What's that you're asking me? No, I had no backup plan in case of survival. It never occurred to me. See, I'm in no man's land, just awaiting your arrival. I wonder what you'll be wearing. Something tight? Well, I'll increase the dose if you assure me. Just that it'll work, you know? I don't want to face those unseen places a second time. No man should see inside his own soul and come out the other end breathing. Well, explain it now. Come on, tell me, why am I still standing? You know it's nothing you had any hand in. It's not a second chance, no. It's just more pain. You say self-hatred to me, but the only soul affected is mine. I don't see you standing in line. And it's been a long time coming, and oh God, it's overdue. You can't keep hanging on, just in case something new. I made my mind up on a dose of that wouldn't hurt you. You might see something you always had to keep from me. Why? Fear? Jealousy? I gotta go now, or later, if you'll let me. Find me waiting for the man who won't forget me. You know his name, whisper it softly. You can't win a war when it's you who is the only enemy. I'm sorry, beautiful, isn't it? Well, I just had to go out and look into the barren sky, and I can hear it cry with my history. Well, I'm searching, for an open door. Maybe it's just a friendly shore that I can claim as home. Staring at my own remains, and I see that I can retain the sorrow I've known. Ain't that sweet? Well, I was holding down the night's contempt, and I wonder where he went back to. Now coming here so strange. He captured the electric storm, and now he sits and warns us that we might all win with change. I don't believe that. No one does. No one I ever met. Well, hands kept tearing at my face, until it was replaced with just something like open space, and I hid down by the glowing fence, thinking my pretense of liking your bitter taste. You were so sweet then. Will I ever know that taste again? I was reaching out just for a starting point. I had to know for certain who, when it comes to the flying on the curtain, I really am. No one ever gives advice, they only give you a price. And that's before they'll sell you a helping hand. lost in indifference. I could make no sense, not of what you might call family. Things they say are just a phase. That could be my future days. Well, if such will be, then it's gonna be, you know. I've held roses in my hand. I can't say that I haven't, so maybe I'm lucky that way. Maybe it was planned. Who knows? Maybe I just turned away. Well, if you're playing to an empty hall with no audience to tell you how you did, what are you going to do? You're going to take a waiting train? You're going to try again and discover what they did? Well, which emotion here is real? Which should I conceal? Which should I project? Someone point me to a sign so that I can find the self that I can accept. Some days I don't even look like me, let alone feel like me. When you stroked my face, and in the place of an excuse I just had to say, I'm guilty. Behind the time I seek and find the man you loved who killed me. Well, you sent me consequential poems, and I just gave you circumstantial smiles, and in the instant that you left me, I had to turn, and I had to fall to my knees, and I begged you. Didn't I beg you? I said, please, just stay for a while. Too much to ask for, wasn't it? Nightmares picking out the eyes of love. Well, you lit the fuse, but you can't use the flame that burns incessantly brighter as something that you might call your own. Instead of dreams, your sleep brings screams. Stays that way until the sky gets lighter. I was there. I saw what you did when you were sleeping. Had me weeping. And I can't advocate your cruelty. And I can't cipher your joys. No, because you refuse to turn your head and survey the scene. No, you merely say more comes from less. What does that mean? The less you love me, the more I get from you? Oh, there's some kind of logic. Your little game, it's also plain that you've deliberately scarred me. The door of the night, if it feels right, but never forget. The end came, you barred me. Don't you ever lose your reverence, dear. Your words will never make sense here. No. Should the pain return to your tortured, fevered heart, then, well, at last the path will be clear. See the exit light flashing? I got through that door first. Meet me on the other side. ever told. You gave me shelter when the night was cold. You made me know what life was really about. You always, always, always stayed just that one step out of reach.